This one's just for you. You asked, and here it is. This is the breakdown of the brand new Black Diamond Revolt. You've told us you wanted to see Black Diamond's rechargeable headlamp, so we stopped by one of the country's largest suppliers of sports gear and picked one up. I'm Lavelle with ProGlow Sports, and today we're going to take a look at the Black Diamond Revolt and break down each feature so you can decide if it's for you or not. So this is the Black Diamond Revolt. As you can see, this is one of Black Diamond's, I think it's one of their only rechargeable versions. You can see it's rechargeable, or you can put 3 AAA batteries in there. The Revolt, like the play on words, Revolt. Kind of cool. It's got 300 lumens on this guy. I believe this is their brand new 2019-2020 version. If not, please let us know in the comments. But we've seen some of the ones before in earlier years, and it looks like this one's definitely updated. We picked this guy up at the local Dick's Sporting Goods. It was the highest quality one they had for the Black Diamond, and we wanted to take a look at it, see how it went. So yeah, we picked it up. As you can see on this one's unique. It comes with rechargeable batteries, which is that nickel metal hydride, and it also allows you to put normal alkaline batteries in there. So it has details for both versions of the batteries. As you can see, the minimum brightness for the rechargeable, 6 lumens, and the maximum for the rechargeable is 175 lumens. The minimum for the alkaline is 6 lumens, and the maximum for the alkaline is 300 lumens. So it's pretty interesting. As you can see, you have almost twice the amount of power on that maximum setting when you have rechargeable versus the alkaline batteries in there. And that's because the rechargeable batteries are a lot less heavy, but they also have less power. So it's a trade-off that you have with alkaline batteries. They're a little bit heavier, but they do carry a lot more power, as you can see in the details. As you can see, both of them have 3 meters as the minimum, and you get about an extra 12 meters with that alkaline battery. The burn time for the rechargeables is 75 hours, and on that max setting is 6 hours. So depending on what kind of running you're doing, you may need more than 6 hours of run time. If that's the case, you want to be sure to throw some alkaline batteries in here, which are your normal, typical batteries. Normal batteries also have 175 hours, which is a ton of time on here, and those run for 30 hours with the normal batteries. As you can see, it says it's hybrid Revolt rechargeable, runs on standard AAA batteries also. So it's interchangeable. You can use the rechargeable batteries that come with it, or you can throw in some of the AAA batteries that you have laying around the house. Or if you can find some that are a little bit higher quality, you can throw those in here too, and they'll last definitely longer. Comes with a 3-year warranty. It's IPX8 rated. It has a lot of the features of the typical Black Diamond, which is that power tap function, which is super useful. Has that infinity dimming that we'll get to. Has the strobe function. Has the red light. Has the proximity light. Has a lock. This one's definitely rechargeable if you use the rechargeable batteries. And the actual unit, 64 grams. And it says the rechargeable batteries total is 36 grams. So a total 100 grams if you're counting calories using the rechargeable batteries. All right, let's get in here. Let's see what this guy looks like. So you can see it comes with the 3 rechargeable batteries, which is nice. It has a USB power cable here to recharge it. It comes with instructions, which are a mile long. Lots and lots of instructions. And on this one, I think there's extra instructions because you have to account for the rechargeable. You can see it gives you instructions on how to turn it on, power tap, dimming, strobe, power tap, else is on here. It's got details for charging and battery life. It's got lock and unlock function, white light, red light, and all those other details that you need to know. Also, which is great, it tells you exactly how long the battery will last and the different distances for the powers for the rechargeable batteries versus the alkaline batteries. So you can see, like we said, the maximum settings, 175 lumens versus that 300 lumens. Distance, 68 meters versus 80 meters. And the burn time, 6 hours for the rechargeable versus the 30 hours for the standard lights, or the standard batteries. So definitely a big difference depending on how much you run and how often you know, use your headlamp. You may want to throw some alkaline batteries in there, but if not, if you're not burning too heavy, go ahead and stick those rechargeable batteries in there. Save the environment, hug some trees. We love rechargeables. It also comes with a quick and easy guide on the functions. It's got on-off function, red light, dimmable, locking, strobe, and the power tap. As you can see, it's got, tells you how to use the button function, one tap, power tap, dimming, red light, locking, strobing, max. And this one has a battery indicator, which is awesome. And it tells you about the charging and how the charging works. So if it's flashing, it means it's charging. If it's solid, it means it's fully charged. And yeah, that's it. Let's throw these batteries in here and check this guy out. As you can see, this guy has a main forward-facing light on the front, nice and big. It's got a secondary light, which is more the floodlight, and I believe this is the red light. It also has a battery indicator here. This is the charging port, so you can charge it up. And the button on top, so you can change the functions and the lights, and it has the power tap on the side. So actually this guy, the gray part, the dark gray part around here is actually really grippy. It feels really good. You have a beveled edge right here with sort of bumps on top. So even if you have gloves on, you'll still be able to find this button, which makes it really good because a lot of other headlights don't have a very distinguishable button that you can press when you're looking for your headlamp. You have gloves on, you know, it gets cold out sometimes. So you can see it's got the Black Diamond logo on this side. This guy actually lights up super bright at night, super reflective. The Black Diamond logo, it's got a adjustable strap, super stretchy, Black Diamond. This guy has, interesting. So you can see that if we hold this level-ish, the light actually shines up at a bit of an angle, which is something that we haven't seen with any other headlights before. And it looks like it may just account for the downward natural facing angle that this thing has. So it kind of adjusts itself. So this may actually face straight forward as opposed to facing down. But you can see it has 1, 2, 3, and 4 downward facing angles. 4 angles you can choose. Typically I see headlights that shine forward as the very first angle, but this one actually put a little space in so it shines upward at its first angle, which is super unique. Never seen that before. We'll get into the battery pack. We'll put the batteries in here. Here's how you get into the battery pack. There's a little tab on the side. Pull it open, and there is a surprise. It's instructions. So this is the IPX instructions. Basically says that it's waterproof down to 1 meter up to 30 minutes. And what we've heard about this IPX rating for the Black Diamond is that it doesn't actually make it waterproof. It makes it so that it doesn't get damaged at that time. So when this thing goes underwater, there's no gasket or anything that keeps water from coming in, but water will come in. It will still work, but it won't damage the actual light. So what they suggest that you do is that when it gets wet, when there's water in here, you pull the batteries out, let it dry out, and then you're good to go. There's no damage to the actual electronics or anything in here, which is pretty cool. So we'll throw the batteries in here. We've got the Revolt batteries, Black Diamond Revolt, which is pretty cool. Throw those in here. And we'll see how it looks. Before I continue, I just wanted to invite you guys over to our Instagram page, where we're building the largest community of night runners anywhere in the world, one person at a time. Here you'll find behind the scenes clips of our testing, videos of our shoots, as well as running motivation and your chance to be featured front and center. Here's a quick look at our Revolt behind the scenes trail demo with exclusive clips, pictures, and sneak peeks you won't find on YouTube. So if you're on Instagram, check out the link in the description, and be sure to follow our page for exclusive unreleased content, as well as your chance to chat live. If you're not on Instagram, well, let's get back to the unboxing. Oh, interesting. So it looks like these rechargeable batteries may have actually drained or don't come charged, because you can see the battery indicator light here is flashing red, which means the batteries are dead. So what we'll do is we will pop this guy open because it's handy dandy and rechargeable, and we will charge this guy up for a few seconds. As you can see, as it's charging, it's flashing green like we said in the instructions. As you can see, it says when it's flashing green, it means it's charging. When it's solid green on the charger, it means it's fully charged. And when it's green, it's not on the charger, that means fully charged. Also too, which is really helpful, Black Diamond includes a indicator for the color guide. Anything above 50% is green, light indicator. Anything between 25 and 50% is orange or yellow. And that light indicator, anything below 25% is red for that indicator. So that's what you saw, the red light flashing below 25%. We will check this guy out, see how he's doing. Plug him in. So as you can see, with the light on, the green light's in, which means it's above 50%. We'll go through and we'll show you the dimming function. So if you hold the power button down, what it does is it goes down to its lowest level, flashes up to its highest level, flashes down to its lowest level, flashes up to its highest level, flashes. Now if you want to stop the power, the brightness anywhere in between, all you have to do is release the light or release the button, and it stops at that light. And you can continue to change going up and down, lowest level, and use that function. Or if you want, you can double tap to the floodlight, and this dimming function also works on the floodlight version. So if you hold the button down, fades down to its minimum, up to the maximum, down to the minimum. And again, with this one too, you can stop it anywhere in between by releasing the button, and you can continue to adjust by holding the button down. This one also has the power tap function, which is on the side. Interesting thing about this guy, it's not an actual button. I believe there's a sensor or something in here that allows the system to know that you're swiping. One thing we noticed is that a lot of people who reviewed this light had issues with the button. It's actually not a button. What Black Diamond recommends you do is you swipe. So when you swipe, it powers on both lights to full power. You swipe, and it goes back to whatever function and dimness you were at before. So this is the power tap function. I guess they should call it a power swipe function. and I guess sometimes it may or may not work. It's a little bit finicky, but when you're in a pickle and you're on this floodlight and you want to be able to see as far as you can, you see some stuff off in the distance, you can go ahead and swipe that power tap side and get full brightness, that 300 lumen. Go ahead and swipe it back and take it back down to where you're at before. The other thing this guy has is a locking function, which is activated by holding down the power button for 4 seconds. And there you go. When it flashes blue, that means the lock is on. And if you carry headlamps in your back pocket or your rucksack or your backpack, sometimes you've probably had this issue where it accidentally powered on and when you needed it, it wasn't available. So the usefulness of this guy is definitely nice to have. As you can see, whenever the button is pressed, it doesn't turn on. The only way to unactivate or unlock the lock function is to hold it down for another 4 seconds. And boom, it's unlocked. So there it is. Also, there's one more function on here, the strobing function. If you go to any of the functions, we've got the floodlight on in this version. If you triple tap, it'll flash, which is definitely useful if you get hurt, you fall down, you need some help. Go ahead and triple tap on this guy, switch over to the flashing mode, and then it goes back to the normal on mode. And then to switch back to that white light, all you have to do is turn it off and hold the button down for 2 seconds. It'll switch back to that white light. So all in all, this is a pretty good light. The power tap does have some issues. We're not sure what it's like if you're wearing a glove, but just here with our finger, it did not pick up every single time. But this was super bright. The floodlights seemed to work really well, and the red light was definitely bright. Not sure exactly how long the batteries last in reality, but on the specs, it says the rechargeable batteries don't last as long as these alkaline batteries. So what we'll do is we'll go through in a later video and we'll show you exactly how long they last. We'll do some burn tests and we'll do some brightness tests on this guy to make sure that all the numbers add up. That way they are not lying to you. We want to make sure to give you everything in real life as opposed to just going by the numbers because, you know, manufacturers like to embellish a little bit. And I don't blame them. They sell more lights when they embellish a little bit, but it doesn't help you if the numbers aren't correct. So we'll go through in a later video. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, so you can see that video coming out that we're gonna do with the burn time and the luminosity. And we also have some road tests on this guy so you can see this guy on the road. We got some tests on this guy so you can see it on the trail. Stick around, subscribe. It's gonna be awesome. This is the Black Diamond Revolt. Hopefully you liked it. We thought it was pretty good. If you have any questions, be sure to drop those in the comment section below. We go through every single day and answer your questions. If you have any comments, if you have any opinions on this guy that we don't know about, or if we missed anything, go ahead and leave those in there too. We make videos all the time based on you guys' comments. So go ahead and drop your comments and questions in the comment section, and we will see you in the next video.